call the next concerned citizen, if you'll come to the mic and speak.
Hi everybody, my name is Shaniqua Strange, and I came here, I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I served my country for almost 8 years. And when I think about Botham, and when I think about the job that Chief Hall hasn't done, it makes me mad because that could have been me. As a veteran of this country, as someone who served her country with a great record, I had an honorable discharge, I was a good soldier. I've been on a guard duty for 24 hours. I didn't go back to my tent and mistaken my buddies and didn't blow them away. I've been tired at work. I've come home, and when I was in the reserves and going to school and having a full-time job, I didn't mistake my apartment for anybody else's. So miss me, Amber, with that, oh, I was at the wrong apartment BS, because I'm not buying it. And I'm sorry, I'm so angry. I am beyond tired. I have a 20-year-old son that I worry about every moment he steps out of my house. I have a 19-year-old daughter who I worry about every moment that she leaves my presence. Now I gotta worry about him at home. So when I'm not at home, Chief Hall, what am I supposed to do? How are we supposed to protect ourselves if you are allowing police to come to our homes and kill us?
That's right.
You're not doing your job. I don't know all the criteria that it takes to be the chief, but like this brother right here said, I know you're the chief of police. And I know you're supposed to be doing something other than what you're currently doing, because this ain't it. This is not it. Botham was home, minding his own business, like this gentleman said, probably doing what he wanted. And if he was smoking crack, so, Amber, you came to his house to kill him. You know you did. And you sit up here and giving us this false lie that, oh, I'm mistaken. No, you didn't. You can sell that to somebody else because we're not buying it. And Chief Hall, you know she's lying. You know she's not telling the truth. And another thing I want to piggyback on what you said, we were in her corner. We rooted for her. We were like, okay, maybe she's going to be different than Chief Brown. And then I had some other friends tell me, well, this is just one instance. How many instances does she need to make a mistake? How many more Bothams have to die? We need to hold her accountable right now for this situation, right now. Not when one of her next officers go to somebody else's house. I'm not, no. You either going to be held accountable right now, you, Renee, or you got to go.
Got to go.
Got to go. Enough is enough, y'all. This is, I served my country. It's not right. It's not right that we have to be afraid. Nobody else gets to be afraid. We got to be afraid. Why? Because of the color of our skin? That's not fair. And truth be told, it's not even the color of our skin. It's the type of person that you are. Because we know plenty good, decent white folks that have died. But they're a different kind of white.
That's right.
Y'all know it's two different kinds.
Mm-hmm.
The kind that are just above us, and then you've got the brown terms. Because y'all could be the next ones in here because y'all are right just above black, just above brown people. Y'all know I'm right. Enough is enough. Chief Hall, if you see this, there are a bunch of veterans out there that are pissed off at you.
Right on.
And I'm one of them.
That's right.
And if you don't do the right thing,
That's right.
I don't do threats because I'm a soldier. That's not what I do. But if you don't do the right thing, there are other people that don't believe what I believe,
That's right.
that don't have my standards, that don't care that you're the chief of police, don't care that you're a black woman. They don't care. Do the right thing. We need every piece of information that you have. We need other information that you may not have. We need neighbors' accounts. We need everything. She's on paid administrative leave for murder. Where do they do that? Seriously? For murder.
For manslaughter. Manslaughter.
She murdered him.
That's right.
You gave her manslaughter. Trying to save face with who? Because it ain't with the black community. We know she murdered him. She went to his house. It wasn't a confrontation in the parking lot. This wasn't something that happened on the street. She was an off-duty cop that killed someone in their home, and she's getting manslaughter. You have not done your job, Chief Hall. You said you haven't done it. You have not been transparent. Why did you give the investigation over to the Texas Rangers in the first place? What were you afraid of? You didn't want to handle the investigation so your hands would be washed of something that you know is dirty. That's what makes me think that you know more than what you're telling. Because if you didn't, then you would be handling this investigation yourself. The Rangers wouldn't even be involved. I'm sorry. Something has to be done. Everybody that's sitting back, letting everybody else do the work, we got to do this together.
Unified.
We have to come together, because if we don't present a united front, it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening in every community across this nation. And it's not right. She's not the only bad chief of police. There are chief halls in every major city in this country that wipe stuff under the rug and let it go, and then eventually it'll go away, but then a week later somebody else will die. We're running out of people. We're running out of cities. That's
First of all, I'm gonna say my name is Olinka Green. My voice is kind of scratchy for these past couple of days. It's been used in many different spaces to bring forth my opinion on the murder of Botham Shem Jean. Most people would say that I'm a firebrand, but today, right now, in this space, I am not a firebrand. I am a person who stands in this space. Once again, I was in this very space back in 1991, in this room right behind you, if you could look behind you. April of 1991, some of you might have been in elementary school, but I was 21 years old. If y'all can remember what was going on in April of 1991, that was Rodney King verdict. The moment of that time, Dallas was on a tense level, waiting for the Rodney King verdict to be read. It was on such a tense level that a reverend named Reverend Clarence Glover called in the Department of Justice, called in community activists. I was 21 years old. I had just joined the new Black Panther Party. We went to that room. He called us because the city of Dallas was going to burn. On that particular day, when that verdict came out, every gun in Dallas was bought up by white men. It was that serious. We all went to that room. There was a table back there. And I remember myself being so upset watching Rodney King being beat by these police officers. And as Rodney tried to get up, they kept beating him down. And that's what I felt as a young black person, that every time for the past 500 years, we try to get up, we're beaten down. And then to see, to hear these police officers walk free. Imagine, as the old folks say, my dungeon shook. My faith in this country. Everything that I was taught, that's the day that I stopped saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States. That's the day that I stopped believing in this country, because I knew that there was no safe space for me. There was no safe space for my sons, who happened to be 4 and 1 years old at that time. So we stand here today in 2018. That's a long way from 1991. And I remember standing at that table being very afraid, but feeling very, very angry because I knew what would happen. And I said to the Department of Justice, and I said to the police chief at that time, I think his name was Chief Click, or probably, I can't even think, it's been so many, but I told him, because they came to us with so many promises. I said, don't pimp our people. Don't lie to us. And they made a promise that we would get justice. But they did that just so Dallas would not burn down. That's 1991. This is 2018, and we stand in the same place. I'm a little bit older and a little bit worn. But I realize that we've been lied to again. Because from 1991 to 2018, how many bodies have laid? How many of us have, how many black families? Tobias Mackey, Santos Rodriguez, James Harper, James' husband, Derek Brown. How many of our brothers? Geneva Dawes, Jordan Edwards. How many of us, how many bodies are in the ground and there's no justice for their family? See, I'm with this gentleman right here. I understand what you feel, but I also understand what Jarvis feels.